Hello everyone, welcome back to Englishfloww. We make you speak to the world. In today's video, I'll be discussing about a crucial problem that is faced by many learners. What is that problem? Time to time, that problem is getting promoted and there is no solution to it. It's still remaining as unsolved. What is that problem? When I want to speak, Sonia, I really understand everything that the opponent is speaking. But when I want to reply, I really go nervous. I consider myself as a numb creature or a numb soul who knows nothing. People consider me that I'm a lunatic person who don't have much knowledge about anything. Understand one thing, just because you don't know English, it doesn't mean that you are lunatic or fool, stupid. No, not at all. Do not consider that way, and do not condition your mind. Whatever the other person is telling, yes, that is what is the reality. No, not exactly. Those are unrealistic things that is created by this society. If you speak fluently in English, oh, he might be rich, or he might have had his education from a great school or a great college. Not at all. Just think English is a language. Yes, it is a language. But we all of us face this situation because we have no environment where we can practice every single day. We lack exactly there. I actually tried one method that was suggested by many. That one technique is you have to stand in front of the mirror, start speaking, start addressing the situations or the stories, whatever you want to say, try speaking in English, looking into the mirror. I tried this method actually. What happened was, like, first few days, it was really difficult. And I didn't feel any changes within myself. To be frank, I didn't really feel any changes. The reason was, when I look into the mirror, I end up criticizing myself actually. Criticizing about my facial features. Okay, why am I looking like this? Maybe your face is dull, maybe your eyes are broadened, or your eyebrow is a little shorter, or about your lips, about your nose. I did all these criticisms to myself. So it didn't work for me actually. Then I jumped into another technique. I did try another technique, that is recording audios. I used to summarize a particular day that I have lived out. So I used to speak about that day. What did I do in that day? What was my experience? What did I really learn from that day? Did I go through any bad situations? Did I have any long day? So I used to speak about everything in that audio. So when I used to share about my experiences in that audio, I could literally see the improvement. How did I see improvements? Because when you record, you can track your level of English. Day one, you will be frivolous and nervous. You may not get words only. You might even pause for minute to minute or seconds to second. You might do that. But later on, you will understand, after a few days, you will overcome the fear. You will get words automatically. You might plan hundreds of vocabularies to speak on first day, but you will not get the words, you will not get that exact vocabulary. You might think something, you will end up speaking something else. But when you cross over day 2, day 3, you will understand and you will see the results. And I wanted to improve much more. So I did try another technique, that is making videos on my own. See, you don't have to depend on others always to practice speaking in English or to improve your communication skills. Make a video of yourself. When I was creating video on my own, people used to laugh at me badly. They used to mock at me saying, like, are you going to be a TV anchor? Are you going to host a show? What are you actually trying for? You're trying all the stupidities. I just listen to them. Sometimes I used to listen to them. I used to feel very low. Even my day used to be very dull and down. Because I used to listen all those criticisms and I used to overthink of myself. Yes, what they say is true. And I can never improve my fluency and accuracy. I got to remain in the same position. I have given all these thoughts to myself. Later on, I realized what are the benefits. If you could look at the camera and if you could make a video, trust me, you can improve a lot. Not just because improving your voice I'm speaking about your gesture, posture, your eye contact, the way you smile. You will get all these criterias in single video actually. So day by day you can see yourself drastically having the developments. You could go and speak to people. You could face those criticisms. This is you and your camera actually going to speak. Though the camera is not going to respond, I understand. It is going to be monotonous that you're going to speak and there is no point of reply from the camera. But understand this, when you're speaking alone, you're rousing your ideas. You're committing mistakes? Yes, I want you all to commit these mistakes. Because when I committed the mistakes, it was vivid to me when I watched the videos. So from next time onwards, I used to rectify my errors. I used to drop those drawbacks, like what are the drawbacks that I have. I used to at least overcome them. In the next videos, in further videos, I would understand, okay, these are the mistakes and errors that I committed in the previous video. From this video onwards, I'm going to be conscious. I'll not commit those mistakes. This is how I thought and I gave it training to myself. And slowly, I overcame the fear of speaking in English. I then started speaking with people. I then started going for public speaking. See, when you're going for public speaking, you might encounter people from different levels. Some of them will be pro in speaking. Their voice intonation will be somewhat mesmerizing. You might think, okay, I will never ever achieve this. But I'll ensure you this. When you practice all these things on your own, without depending on anyone, if at all really you need that experience, you need that exposure, only then you can go for approaching institutions, approaching people who speak fluently in English, paying them. Yes, if it's really needed, just go for it. Yes, of course, I can suggest you different institutions where you can go and learn English. But the reality is, I want you all to give it a try first. Is it really possible with you that you can improve your English individually? Because when I was learning English, to be frank, I didn't have much enthusiasm to go forward with any institutions. I learned it by myself. So I want you all to try at the most that you have to give it a try to yourself and learn English with different sources, methods and techniques. There is nothing wrong in trying it. You're not going to lose anything by trying actually. Sometimes we become paralyzed to souls. For heaven's sake, do not consider that only you're facing criticism, only you're facing these mockeries. There are many beginners, learners, everyone will face this situation. But it's up to you. How do you take it? How do you consider it? Sometimes I used to look for motivational videos. They are so motivating, I understand. But those criticisms were much more, way too much, they were motivating to me. Whenever I wanted to give up, whenever I wanted to be stagnant in the same level, whenever I didn't want to give it any try, only those mockeries and criticisms actually helped me. Of course, I did have those time where I was shedding tears, I was feeling sad, I was feeling low. I felt my world has come shattering. There is no one who is gonna lend their hand to help me. There is no point of seeking help from these people. Desperately, I am seeking for help. I have thought all these things. I've been scolding myself. I've been criticizing myself. But then I understood it is good. it's always good that you try it on your own. Before approaching somebody, try it on your own. If it really doesn't work, then you can go for it. Because if you can understand, why can't you speak? First, figure it out. What is that exact issue? What is that exact challenge that you're going through? And then definitely you can approach any institutions if really needed. I'm so confident enough to tell you all these things because we learn 2 to 3 languages without having any paid versions. We don't approach any institutions. But only when it comes to English, we look for formal language. That is formal communication skills. Stop conditioning your mind with people's opinions. It is their job to provide opinions, but it is always your job whether to consider or not to consider. Be mindful about what people are speaking about you. If that is really something that is helpful to you, of course you can consider them. If it's not going to yield any profit to you, why do you have to simply waste your energy investing there? I think so this video will be helpful to you all because if you can think, you can speak as well. Only thing, you just have to invest some time to practice speaking in English. I'll see you all in my next video. Until then, this is Sonia signing off from you all. Bye bye. Take care, guys.